Hi, my name is Sharon Deinken. I live in Spring Lake Park, Minnesota. I'm originally from New Ulm, Minnesota, and this is my husband's car. My husband's name is Mike, and he passed away in September of 2024. He had this car in Brainerd at the raceway. 11 days before he died, he was on the track. And he blew the rear end out of the track. He blew the rear end out of the car because he had too much torque for the differential. So the engine had too much power for the rear end. So he blew it up. But he did this right before he died, and it did get fixed the day before he passed. So it was ready to go again by the time he did pass. He would have preferred dying in the car, and I think if the car would have been at home, I would have stuck him in the car so he could have had his last wish. But he hung on to race it one more time. He was here in 24 for the Back to the 50's.
It's okay. His car needs to be here. Cause being with all the other guys was the happiest times of his life. And I'm bringing here by myself because I'm carrying on basically his legacy with his car. We don't have anybody, we have 4 children, but not anybody that is able to take on the car and take care of it like me. My husband was a mechanic and was able to, but I did find someone else to take his place as far as maintaining the car. It's a 5-speed manual transmission. And I never drove the car before my husband passed. So I had to relearn how to drive a manual transmission. I hadn't driven one since the 70's, but when I was a very young child as a farmer, I learned how on tractors. So I was very, very little, like 9 or 10 years old, when I started on a small tractor out in the farm. There's 5 of us sisters, so we didn't have a choice. We had to learn, and after tractor, I learned to drive the panel truck, and I was also very, very young. I mean, that was normal. That was normal back in the 60's, 50's and 60's to be that young to drive. And then my last car that I drove that was a manual was probably in the 70's. It was a 65 Chevy that I knew how to run. But anyway, so I was a little intimidated because this is a 5-speed and it's a lot more engine than I've ever had to drive before. But I wouldn't have it any other way because this was my husband's sweetheart. And it's different. It's different. It wouldn't be the same if I got into a regular, and it wouldn't have been a challenge. So it's a special thing to be able to drive his car. And I know he'd be very proud that I'm carrying on, even if I come out here by myself, because everybody knows somebody and you meet people and it helps you. As for instance, the car that's right behind me, this gentleman's father happened to work with my husband in the power plant. Small world, that it still brings my husband back to me.
It's not a coincidence. It's meant to happen. I need to heal. Part of the healing here is being able to talk about him. Keeping his memory alive. And when guys that know my husband, they will come and seek me out because they know him by his car and by the car shows he's been at and the passion that he had for this car. When he was a teenager, he raced a 64 Fairlane. Not this particular 64 Fairlane, another one. And that was his goal, is to get a car like what he raced when he was a teenager and very early 2021. So he brought this home 2005, did a frame off restoration and made it the beautiful car that it is. The only thing that he didn't do on this car was the paint. And the paint was done by somebody in our hometown, and then coincidentally the car behind me was painted by the same person. So that's also kind of cool. But the it's just healing. When he went to Brainerd the last time, he was not very healthy, but he needed to hear the engines. He needed to hear the engines. He needed to hear the guys. That was his passage. And therefore, it's important to me to hear it also. It brings me about as close to him as I can get. Is being around what he loved most since he was a kid. But anyway, I plan to keep his car because as long as I can and as long as I don't wreck it, just because it's a part of him. And I feel like I'd be selling his soul to give away or to sell his car.
Can you say, I thought it was cute about the girlfriend.
I say about the car, I've always said, I don't know if I was number 1 or number 2 in his life. I never really asked him because the car was first before me.
So your first girlfriend, it was his first girlfriend.
I don't know if it was his first girlfriend, but I believe it was his first love.
Yeah.
Way back then. So yeah, he didn't have a name for it. So he didn't have the name for car. His car was his Ford. And then ironically, or whatever, however it happened, he never had a tattoo in his life. And his best friend had a tattoo of a Chevy, because he was a Chevy guy. His best friend since he's 14 had a Chevy tattoo on his left forearm, and he got his first tattoo, my husband, 2 weeks before he died. He had a Ford emblem tattooed on his left arm. It wasn't even really healed before he died. But as awful as it sounds, that's how they recognized him when they picked up his body, was by his Ford tattoo on his arm. So I think he would have liked that. So yes, so I think that was cool. But I don't think that's about all I can say about this. But it is definitely, it's healing. It's part of the journey. If I would have just dropped the car and sold it, I think that would have been awful. think that would have been awful, because I go out in it has its own garage. We have a second garage for this car. And I go out there just to start it and hear the engine. Because that brings them back just like that.
Yeah.
So. Yes, and every compliment I get in the car is.
I noticed a lot of people admiring your car.
Yes. It is admired. He did a beautiful job, and he finished it when he did the restoration. He finished it in time for us to move to Arizona, and he's so confident in what he did. We drove it. He finished it, and we drove it to our home in Arizona. And then when we were in Arizona, he drove it back, did the round trip from Arizona up to back to the 50's, and back to Arizona. And he's never, it's been great. I mean, so he was very confident. He did a good job.
So are you glad that you got to meet me?
Yes. It's good to tell a story. You can heal. I mean, it wasn't easy. It really wasn't easy to get in the car.
You mean right now?
No, not now, but after he died.
Okay. It took a lot of strength.
It took a strength. Yeah.
And determination.
Yeah, it took about 7-8 months.
Okay.
Before I could even think about it or to touch his car. Oh.
Have you had a good support team?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes, I have. I believe his friends, his fellow car guys were all surprised that I did it. And they're happy to see Mike come back in his car.
Sweet.
So they're happy to see it.
Good.
So it is very healing. It is very big healing to have done this.
And so today, are you feeling happy?
Yes. I feel like I belong. To part of his world.
Okay.
It's part of his world. So, ironically, another little tidbit that just happened a little over a month ago, where I think he must be talking to me. My neighbor was killed in an accident, and I was asked to watch over his house because he was a single person. And the family lives far away, and so they asked me to watch over his house. And the keychain, and so they gave me the keys to the house, and the key was on a keychain with a 5-speed shifter on it. I don't have it with me, but it was the most ironic thing, a keychain that is an actual shifter that you can move. And I just felt that, and why they met me even is because I had this car outside, and they came over from 3 different states. They came over to meet me in the car, and I got to know this family and help them in their healing journey. Also, but
That's awesome.
but I think it was just a little hello from my husband to let me know he's around.
Well, that's beautiful.
So yeah. I wish I had that keychain with, but it's bulky to put in your pocket, so I don't have it with today.
My boyfriend Roger and I, we do some ghost hunting.
Oh, really?
Yeah. More so to like help the stuck ones like cross over.
No, I know Mike's here. I know Mike. He's here.
Yeah, because his energy will always be with you.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, and you do want his energy here.
Yes.
And helping keep him alive.
Yep. Yeah, he's very proud of his car, so I'm not gonna keep it in a garage. And he built it so it's a driver car, meaning it doesn't have a huge engine and all that, although the race slicks are on it, so that it can be driven and it can be seen. He just said you don't park it in a garage, you drive it, and so it can be seen. And
Yeah, I think there's a term, something about a queen.
yeah, somebody said that. I can't. Yeah, I just heard it from somebody.
Those are the ones that can't be out
Yeah.
in the rain.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, this one did get hit with the hail, but it didn't get damaged on Friday,
Nice. Okay.
so it didn't melt.
Okay.
So
All right. Do you feel like you did a good closing? Is there anything to close with?
I just feel that the grief is a journey. I don't know that it ever ends. You know, we were together over 50 years since I was a teenager, so our names were synonymous. You know, I feel, one is, Mike and Sharon. It's just always synonymous. And I don't know. I just had to be here.
Okay.
But
All right. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your time, and I think your interview here can help others on their journey as well.
mm-hmm.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.